Hey saddle hunters, every now and again in this industry, something pops out of nowhere and it seems to catch you off guard. And that has happened to me recently. A few weeks ago, I released a video on Amsteel attachment methods, comparing and contrasting some of the most popular ones. Well, after doing that video, Sam from the Amsteel guy said, hey, I've got an idea. Would you mind testing it out for me? And I said, yeah, sure. He goes, I think it'll take care of a lot of the cons that you pointed out in your video with the other methods. I said, sweet, yeah, let's do it. Let's check it out. So he came up with an Amsteel attachment method called the USA, and it's right here. USA stands for Ultimate Stick Attachment. Now, this is really simple, which I like simple because I don't like a lot of fiddle factor in the dark, but it's also very secure. All it is essentially a 1/8 inch full berry Amsteel rope mod with a 7/64 Amsteel prusik attached to it. So really simple. I'll show you how it works. This main line has a working load of 500 pounds. The prusik is like 320 or 325, something like that. This is a super simple, super fast attachment method. I'm going to show it to you on the Hawk Helium sticks that I use, but Sam has tested this on a variety of sticks, including the Lone Wolf Custom Gear double step sticks, the Tethered One sticks, the Beast sticks. I think it will work on pretty much everything that's out there on the market. What I love about this is it's simple, it's lightweight, it's fast, and it's secure. So let me show you how it works. Got our stick here. I'm just going to take it and girth hitch it around the button. So I just make a loop, put it over the button, pull it tight. That just helps it to stay on there more securely. I'm going to put my stick on the tree, pull it around, and then I've got that Amsteel loop. All I'm going to do is loop it over my Versa button and cinch it tight. You might want to use your hip or something to hold the stick in place, but you're just going to take it and cinch it as tight as you can get it, and then seat the stick. So you can see the stick is seated. I'm going to go ahead and climb up on it so you can get an idea of how much wiggle it has. Get all the way on the top here. See how solid that is? Just really secure. It does that initial settling like most other methods, and then it is just solid. Now, to remove it, really simple process as well. Just going to pop your stick up, take some tension off of it, and then you can simply take it right off the button. The one kind of downside to this is that prusik will really grab onto there and can be hard to kind of adjust. All you've got to do though is give it a little quick rotation, and then you can move it as easily as you want. So I take it off, just give it that quick twist, and it's ready to go. So super secure. One thing I've noticed, like the rope mod, is when you put it on your tree, so let's put it on here again. I put it on. If I run the rope flat and then cinch it down, you can get a decent amount of bark noise. I don't know why that is, but it seems like these rope mod methods make more noise than daisy chains. So what I'm doing to avoid that a little bit, and I know some guys scoff at this method, but I've never had an issue with it. So I will run the rope on a little bit of an upward angle to get started before I seat the stick, instead of having it completely flat. And then I'll seat it, and you'll notice it just won't seat as far, but it doesn't slide down the bark nearly as much. Very secure and helps to eliminate some of that bark noise. So this is kind of a medium-sized tree. I'm going to take it real quick. We're going to put it on a really small tree and a really large tree and show you guys how well it holds. All right, so here's a smaller tree. I like to test things on small trees because I hunt a lot of swamps, and I get in trees like this quite often in swamps. So this is a tree I can fit both my hands around with room to spare, so it's not real big, and it's kind of crooked. So let's throw this thing on here. And like I said before, it's probably best to hold the stick with your chest. Run the rope around. We're just going to do one wrap. Sometimes I do 2 wraps on small trees like this, but I'll wrap it around, hook it over the button, pull it as tight as I can get it, and then I'm just going to seat it. Let me climb up there. Seems to be holding quite well. My standoffs, on the other hand, aren't doing all that great. But I think that's a viable attachment for little trees. So let's go throw it on something on the other end of the spectrum now. All right, guys, so here's a really big tree. I'm gonna hold my stick up just so you can get an idea of the diameter. That stick's 26 inches long. So this is a big tree. Probably almost as big as a lot of guys will ever hunt. So I'm gonna work the prusik out toward the end of the rope to give it enough to go around. One thing I like about the full berry is that it's fairly easy to throw around the tree. So set the stick on there, hold it with my chest, throw the rope around, and on trees like this, sometimes this is not a one toss kind of thing. There we go. All right, so once again, I'm gonna kind of run it slightly upward, but not too extreme. Work that prusik toward the knot as best I can. Slip it over, or to the Versa button rather. Slip it over, and then just pull it backwards as far as I can get it. Seat the stick. You heard that little bit of bark noise? I'll stand on it, seat it a little bit further again. Now it's done. So maybe on the bigger trees you might have a little bit more pull or stretch that's got to work itself out, but once that's on there, it seems really solid. I've had no qualms at all about climbing on that. I want to give you one more tip about taking it off the tree. You can loosen it before you take it off the Versa button. You just kind of crack it, work it back and forth and crack it a little bit, and that will help to loosen it up. And then you should be able to just pull enough out of there to get it off. And then when it's off, I'd suggest kind of just loosening it up a little bit more so that it makes your next one all that much easier. So that, guys, is the USA. And in my opinion, it fixes a lot of the problems that I have with rope mods and with daisy chains. And so this is going to be my go-to stick attachment method for this fall. One of the downsides is that you kind of got to use two hands. So you got to put the stick against your chest. I haven't found a good way to tighten that up one-handed, but that's pretty minor because I typically do that anyway. So just something to keep in mind, guys. This is another great product from the Amsteel guy. And if you want an attachment method that's light, that's fast, and that's easy to use without a lot of fiddle factor, check out the USA. Once again, thanks for watching.